You got it? No, your panties on the bed.
Oh, panties on the bed?
Uh-huh.
Panties on the bed?
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's panties on the bed!
Yeah. Panties on the bed.
Panties on the bed.
Oh, dear.
I'm on the phone.
No. Put your panties on.
I can't see you.
Of course not. You just got the tail, girl.
Ah!
Ooh, ooh, big juice. You gonna put your shorts on? Go put your shorts on.
Look at the phone.
Leave my phone alone.
Look at the phone.
Stop touching my stuff. Beat it.
Feed it. Feed it.
Beat it.
Feed it.
Beat it. Go put your clothes on. Whatever. So the dang, I should have been taking pictures. But once this belly goes, food baby goes away, I will. Cause it was literally like I said, the picture, the message I kept getting was from people pleaser to Dylan. And it's like, wait, so because I stood up to you, spoke up for myself, put some boundaries down that you did not, and you have a choice to, you chose not to honor my boundaries. Now I'm the villain.
Oh, the pen.
Houseway.
What happened?
Go get your shirt on with your little juicy self. And it's just interesting to see like the evolutionary process of me getting to this point from being overlooked middle child of 5, and now to this day, like I remember when I was living in Alabama for a second, and I told my mom like I was the one taking care of my sisters, doing their hair, helping them with homework, and then she's like, they don't remember that. Doesn't matter, I do. No, because it affected me, it affected my childhood. That's not a memory I can taint or alter. Like, it's just a memory, that's all it is. Whether or not you want to be accountable for why that memory is the way that it is, that's on you. Only thing I know is that I remember it. And I realized that it was taking a shot on her ego because that meant that she wasn't showing up as the mother she should have been. And yeah, that's true. And it's also, she needs to, well, she should. Nobody needs to do anything. I would advise that she also love on herself too, because she was also sick a lot. Like, my dad would tell me he was scared to come home to a dead wife because she would be bleeding in the bed for days and weeks at a time, for days at a time. But your husband is also a healer, so you also had a doctor. Don't do that. Don't come over here with all that. Don't even do it. Don't even do it. Because you're over here finna start playing, swinging them clothes around, then you want to, hit my phone? When you know you shouldn't even been playing over here? Go put your clothes on.
Okay.
Okay.
Put your clothes on.
Thank you. So, I know now that the people pleaser in me developed from a childhood of wanting my mother's approval. And I think I posted in the last video talking about how my dad was always talking about how he approved of me. He was proud of me. Whereas my mother made me count on my hand how many times she said it. And for me, that means a lot, because if I can count how many times, that for one shows me how much your opinion of me matters. too how much I matter to you, because that's how many times you voiced it. And because of that, I'm now breaking out of that programming as well and starting. It's weird because I've been seeing mixed videos talking about people like they're not generational curse breakers, they're generational starters, but like everything has an ending and beginning. So something had to end for something to start. So you starting something insinuated that something had ended for something to start. At least that's just my perspective. And because of that, it's like I realized that there was an agreement made somewhere in my lineage for us to be not in our power, for the parent to trespass on the child's spirit. And now, where my dad was saying, like, his mother told him and his sister, which is my aunt, like, they were free to go explore themselves spiritually. And I took that, and now growing up, and I know that it's possible because my dad couldn't make it out of the childhood that he grew up in, where my grandfather was cheating on my grandmother, and the car parties they would have, and the drinking and smoking. And it's like, I feel like my dad wanted his family so bad because of where he came from. He was a people pleaser to my mom to a certain extent. And it's like, because of the fact that he didn't honor a lot of his boundaries. And I said in a lot of my videos how my aunt told me, like, my dad gave his power away. So it's like I see the people pleaser from my dad, and then I see the people pleaser from my mom as well, because she's trying to please her parents that she couldn't even step outside of the programming of the religion that she was forced into, which is Christianity, and that was forced on a lot of households. So because of that, it's like just me sitting in this space alone with myself and letting my higher self guide me through these dark moments, because that's why I can show up in my light now, because I sit in my darkness. I sit in my darkness, like I'm with myself. Through the racing thoughts, through the uncertainties, to the unknown, to the, I'm over here setting up music for her, so you'll see me keep darting back, looking back at the TV. Oh, hey, girl. You cute. You cute. What's the matter? No, Ice Baby. And, Zola, come on now. Go ahead. Just now being in this space where I'm excited every time I go through these dark moments, because now, before I used to run from them, the question myself, the feeling of incompetency. Excuse my voice, because I'm still flushing and purging, so there's still a lot of like mucus coming out of my body from me eating chips. They still coming up out of me, so my voice will be a little crackly. And my throat chakra is becoming reactivated because of suppressing myself a lot. Shoving down and suppressing how I feel. Because that's what people feel. Go potty. Go boo boo. Okay. Go use it. Okay, Mama. Okay, go boo boo. I might pull cards. I don't know. If my spirit tells me to, then I'll do it. This is some malarkey type shit right here. Because I don't know which knob I'm supposed to tighten, which one I'm supposed to untighten. If anybody got videography skills that they want to barter in exchange for lessons, I do barter, yes. In exchange for us services. But yeah, so just going through the purging process, the ascension process of what some people call quantum leaping, but it's basically shifting your mindset. As above, so below. So whatever you're thinking, the mind still has to catch up to that reality that you're setting for yourself. So because of that, sometimes the transformation process is a little turbulent, you know. And so whatever, we just have to do. So yeah, so learning the people pleasing ways from like my mother's lineage. I'm still learning about my family because all that ancestry and me 25 bullshit commercialized sites that I'm actually doing the footwork with my family because they still have records. So I'm actually doing the work and learning about my mother's side, how they were sharecroppers, and my mother's father's side, how they were from Tennessee, and some of my family migrated over here from South Africa, and then learn about my dad's mother's side from Illinois. Before Illinois, they migrated up here from the South, and then my father's side is from Mississippi. And it's just learning my lineage to understand how the generation came to be before it came to the next one, and learning how certain mindsets and behaviors, that's suppression, and like I said, the activation of my throat chakra, because when you grow up in a household where a child's supposed to be seen and not heard, is very detrimental to the child's personality, because it makes it feel like, well, who am I? What is my identity? Like, how do I gain a sense of self in this environment where I'm supposed to be learning to become me? And y'all are telling me that my voice doesn't matter. So now when it's time for me to speak up for myself, now it either can go me either swinging one way or the other, where I'm super outspoken or I can be super quiet. And now I'm learning the in-between and learning like discernment of when to speak, and then learning the discernment of when to hold my peace, because some situations don't need the expression of words to come about when the energy has already spoken on my behalf or the behalf of that interaction. So like I said, now with the people pleaser becoming the villain, it's like it feels so empowering, me putting things back into my ex lap and letting them know, like, blase splee, like, you did this and you weren't healed, and you tried to start a relationship with me knowing that you weren't healed. And as well, placing accountability on me when I'm being shown certain signs that my intuition is telling me, like, nah, this ain't it. This ain't it. No matter how well a person will put a face on. And now I'm at the point where I let people hang themselves, so to speak. Like, I'm going to show up as myself. How you treat me is because of how you wanted to treat me. So if things end the way that they do, is because they were meant to end, for one. And then two, you were not in a space to ascend with me, because where my vibration is now, it's only able to hold people who are accountable for themselves. It's only be able to hold people who are consistently doing the work to be at peace with themselves, and therefore be peaceful outside of themselves, because they're constantly bringing peace within themselves. And I'm a very understanding person. Like, I get it. I understand a lot of us are not healed out here, still doing work. Good for you. Proud of you. I just at the point where now I don't have to be in your space while you're doing that. I don't have to allow you to bleed on me while you're healing as well, because some parts of the process have to be done in isolation. Yes, I'm a shaman. I hold space for you to feel your feelings, to help you understand how to validate yourself, how to accept your trauma, how to transmute it, and how to pull the lessons from that trauma so you can integrate it into yourself and become a more whole aspect of yourself, not despite your trauma, but because of your trauma, because it is a part of you. So with that being said, I'm at the point now where it's just like, I've worked so hard to get to this point that I will protect my peace by any means necessary from anybody, even me. And it's like, before, I wasn't like that. I used to just be like, oh yeah, everyone's healing, and people pleaser. Everyone, because I got that big mama energy. My Jupiter is in Cancer, so Cancer is like the mother sign, and then I'm a Virgo. My natal birth chart, I'm ascendant Aries. My moon's in Aries on the tropical Sagittarius. I'm Leo with the double Pisces ascendant moon. So it's just like all of my houses are in their proper houses, so it's easy for me to like understand people, where they're coming from, even though I've never been through probably about 80% of the things that people come and tell me, the different traumas that they've endured and been through, and that I've had to help them transmute. But because they feel the safety of being in this space that I hold for you, to just acknowledge your pain, like, damn, that shit hurt me, damn, that shit hurt my feelings, and speaking up about it, because like I was saying, like, my throat is activating now, and I felt it, like the itchy and scratchiness. And even when I was putting it back on my ex lap, and just at first I didn't want to, because it's just like, I don't want this to be another argument. And I'm just like, fuck it, if it's an argument, it's an argument. I'm gonna say how I feel. I don't gotta argue back with you, but I will speak my piece. And his ego did try to flare, and it's funny because had I not been through the same exact lesson with my, you just gonna try to act like you ain't just trip over that? Okay. This was the same exact because I'm excited, and the thoughts are coming faster than I'm talking, so yeah, because I've been through this already with my mother, and even with my ex, like showing him things about his family and telling him things that I've seen, because I'm a seer, and I'm not. That was the other thing, being a people pleaser. Wouldn't tell people things that I was seeing because I didn't want to hurt their feelings, or I didn't want to cause any disruption or tension or whatever negative connotation I conjured up in my head as to why I did not speak what I was seeing. And I understand it came from childhood, because a lot of that, when I would say stuff that I was saying to my mother, she would shut me down. She would dismiss me. She would invalidate it, act like what I said I didn't say, turn my words around. I'm sorry, my glasses. I've been in California since April 18th, and I'm back and forth. I've never had this issue. Back and forth with the seller, trying to figure out where's my glasses, because I'm free balling out here right now. Unless it's like right here. That shit's, the bigger it is, the better. The smaller it is, the worse. It's blurry, blurry, blurry. So it's about that big. I can see it. Anything past that, struggling. But but yeah, like I seen, trauma is so, like, if you can get past the heartache and the girl of trauma, once you can get past that point and actually sit with the lesson, like now, had I not went through that with my mother, I wouldn't been able to spot the things that I see in people now. Because at first, like now I'm developing a better relationship with myself and a better relationship with my intuition, because I've been taught to go against myself so much, been told what to think, how to think, what to wear, when to wear it, how often to wear it, how long to wear it, how short to wear it. And it's just like, who the fuck are you to tell me anything about me? Like, now I'm understanding, like, even with my children, I've become a lot more hands-off and more as a guide, as we should be, because just because they come from us does not mean that we are the authority over these little people, because they're going to grow up to be people, big people one day. So if we're constantly on them as though I'm the authoritative and you live under my house, my rules, all this type of shit, what do you think that person's going to grow up to view life like? Like, they either going to have to constantly question themselves, asking for someone else's permission, validation, confirmation, all of this, instead of getting it from within and not without, because that's what they were taught growing up. All these religions that were started from people having spiritual experiences, whether it be Buddha, Krishna, Jesus, Allah, Muhammad. Allah is an acronym for arm, leg, arm, head, but they turned it into a religion because it was to specify that you're God, you're in control. As long as you don't hurt, harm, or injure the next person, you're in control, you're sovereign. And because of that, like I said, coming out of that mind space of deprogramming and stepping into being reprogrammed to your inner truth, your inner guidance, your God, your intuition, your higher self, that still small voice. Everyone has a different label for what that energy is. And because of that, now I understand why I'm the villain in people's stories who want to be a victim. Because being accountable will shatter their ego. And I understand ego. I have so much respect for ego because it serves the purpose in the moment that it's meant to serve it. And because of that, sometimes ego will, in moments when it has to go through a death, which is the ego death, dark night of the souls, different people call it different things, but it's basically when that version of you has now died, and you have to do the work to transmute that energy into transforming yourself into the new version of yourself that you deem fit so it be. So because of that, ego will fight tooth and nail. And like my dad used to say, you're going my way or my way, and I hated that. But now I see that it means, as I get older, my understanding of what he was saying was, you're either going to come willingly or kicking and screaming, but you're coming. And that's how life is. And I'm glad my dad was the father that he was, because his biggest thing was, she done. Let me go situate her. I need bed.